What's up, guys? MILWAUKEE here, and today we are out at one of my facilities and we are going to install this wiring harness. What happens to these harnesses is that the operator will hook the harness up to the battery and he'll route it in such a way through the machine to the machine that's being towed, and 99 times out of 100 these leads get caught in the tire, and then they just jerk this wiring harness to unusable condition. So what we're going to do, we're going to install this, but this switch, we have a rocker that's just on and off, and we have a momentary on and momentary on. So whenever you release it, it's in the off position. You can hook these up backwards, and I'm going to show you a really easy way to figure out which of your leads is what. I'm going to have two plugs. So if we hook them up backwards, I'll show you, well, I'm going to show you an easy way to figure out what plug is what. So all you need is a multimeter, and this is just the power wire, but these are the two ends of the switches here, like I was showing you earlier. Okay, so I've got the control box, which stays with the driver, and I'll show you the machine here in just a minute, and I'll tell you what this machine does. But the whole point of the video is to be able, I want to show you how to tell, or how to basically run a continuity test, whether this be this switch or it could be a safety switch on a mower. It's all the same concept. Check this out. So what makes this confusing is they use the same color wire on both of these connectors. So what you want to do, you want to get your multimeter, and we'll plug it right into this. It doesn't matter if you get the polarity wrong, it's not going to make a difference. You just want to be able to stick your leads right on to here, like so. So when you go to test your switch, we can tell this one's not doing anything because it's not making my meter beep. This one here, when you turn it on, off. So we know without a shadow of a doubt that this plug is going to go to our shaker motor. Alrighty, we're going to get our little 12-volt power supply out. A little Jumping Surge 2000. We're going to plug her in. I know what you keyboard commandos are saying. Oh, MILWAUKEE, why didn't you just back your truck up and hook it to the battery on the truck? I could do that if I wanted to, but I want to use my jump box. So we got the jump box hooked up. I've got the wiring harness. I'm gonna trim all my tabs off. And what this thing is, this thing's got a lift motor here, kind of like a linear actuator that raises and lowers this litter cat up and down. And it's got a couple of motors in here, one there and one on the other side, that have a counterweight, and this thing just shakes and vibrates. And whenever the wheels roll, as you can see, it's got a big huge cog in there, and when this wheel turns, it turns this big cog and turns this little cog, and all the way down is a brush, and they pull this and it sweeps the Astroturf of all debris. And whenever you're done sweeping, you turn the motors on, and it vibrates all of the little old rubber pellets that are in the turf. It lets them fall through the grate here. This is a pretty neat machine. So anything bigger than that hole right there stays in here, and then you just sweep it out. Everything else will fall back through. Well, let's give this thing a test. Alrighty, if I've got what I think is right, This should make it go up and down. Let's give it a test. Yep. Then it stops. You can go up. And then we can turn the motors on, and these things will just, they vibrate like crazy. This little jumping surge, this thing has got me out of a jam several times. I've been able to jump machines off in the field that were hundreds of yards away, hook this up and boost them off, and they could get back to the service truck. It makes life so much easier. But I'll put a link in the description where I did a review on this little guy. Plus, I'm going to put a link in the description where you can get one just like it. I don't think they make this exact one. They make the newer version of it. So I'll try to post this one and the newest version of it. They even make them with more peak amps than this one. What you do, this goes to, say like you want to hook this to your lawn mower, or in this case we hook this to the back of a Kawasaki mule. This goes up into the driver's seat, and then you take your leads here and you hook them to the battery on the machine. And what happens is they'll get these wires not routed just like they should, and then it gets wrapped around the rear axle and just tears the whole daggum harness apart. When they run over this box and crush all the switches inside, I've repaired these in the past with a new wire, but I've never been able to, whenever they run over this box and crush everything inside, it's pretty much a lost cause. Going to put the operator end in this little plastic bag like they had it, so when they get ready to use it, they'll just pull it out of the bag, stretch your cord out, and she should be good to go.